of Art, Greek and Roman Archaeology Department. And I love to learn more about English and to practice English to improve myself. And thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Maram, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can now. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Maram Manhal. I'm 21 years old. I study dentistry and I am at my third year now. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Maram. Okay, I'm going to repeat that before you coming in. Is that can everybody see the chat? I'm going to try the word ciao in the chat. During the session, if I think there is a big word that I said or somebody else said that most people won't understand, I'm going to write it down in the chat. So please make sure you can reach the chat. If you don't know how to reach the chat, please tell me now. Maram, can you hear the chat? Can you find the chat?
I can find it.
Okay, great. Second thing, if while someone is speaking and you want to say something, please raise like there is a button to raise your hand. Do you know how to use it? Does everybody know the button to raise their hand?
Yes.
Okay, great, Maram. Exactly. Okay. If there's anything that I'm saying or someone else is saying that you don't know what it means, please raise your hand and ask us what it means and we're going to explain it to you. There's no problem. We're going to repeat everything again if we have to. Okay? Maram,
Okay.
if you want to say something, say it now, or you can just like lower your hand.
I'm still raising my hand.
Yeah,
Okay.
Now it's gone. Okay. Thank you so much. I want to ask you a simple question. What languages are you studying? Let's start with Amira.
I'm studying English. I want to complete my French. I have a little bit knowing about this language, but I'm right now focusing on English.
Okay. Maram, I'm trying to take it alphabetical order. Manar.
I was studying English and Italian. I finished ثانوية عامة, so I don't know what come.
Okay, thank you, Manar. We go to Maram.
Yes, I'm studying English right now. I'm trying to improve it, and I'm also trying to start German since I haven't studied since secondary school. So I'm trying right now to start, but I don't know where to start by myself or going to a course or a center, language center or something. I don't know right now, but I'm trying to start here.
Hey. Does everybody know what Deutsch means? I think Salma.
Of course, it means German.
Yeah, the German language is called Deutsch.
Yeah. Some people are mistaken with Dutch.
Exactly, I'm going to say it next. Look at the chat. We have the word Deutsch and the word Dutch.
Yeah.
Deutsch means German. It's the German language. Dutch means it's the language from Holland, not German.
Okay.
Can anybody see the chat? The difference between Deutsch and Dutch? Okay, we move on to Muhammad. Muhammad, can you tell us what the languages you're learning?
Yes, I'm learning French and I'm planning to start Dutch as well. As you
Dutch or Deutsch?
Dutch, not Deutsch. Dutch.
Okay.
The language, the Netherlands language, and the 60% of the population in Belgium speaks this language as well.
So you know enough about it. Great. Salma.
So I studied English and French at school, but I actually don't know how to speak no, French. So
Okay.
I literally don't know anything about French. Only I can say je ne parle pas français, which means I don't speak French.
Okay.
Just in case I meet any French person. And now I study German.
Okay, great. Samah?
I also study Deutsch.
Oh, we have a lot of people speaking German here. Great.
And English.
Okay.
That's it.
Sarah?
I've studied Greek and Latin at college, but of course I forget everything because I study old Greek and Latin.
Mhm.
And right now I practice English
Okay.
to improve my skills, and because I feel English is very important nowadays, and every work you have to go in, you have to learn English, the first language.
Okay, this is great. So there is no one. Okay, we have Rio still. Rio, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yeah, can you tell us what the language you're learning?
Other than English, I'm trying to work on Italian and French. I'm very interested in Japanese, but I can't find anywhere to learn it. So
Okay. So let me just share some words with you. So if you look in the chat, I have the word bilingual, which means you speak two languages. So everybody who speaks Arabic and English is called bilingual. Bi, the first two letters, bi means two, lingual means language, so bilingual means that you speak two languages. Okay? Now we have this other word called polyglot. Does anybody know what the word polyglot means?
More than 2 languages.
Yeah, polyglot means that you speak more than 2 or 3 languages, that you like learning a lot of languages and you speak a lot of languages. Bilinguals and polyglot. Okay? So I'm going to ask you another question is what is the best way to you personally? What is the best way to you personally to learn a language? Let's start the other way around. Sarah, please start.
Okay. In my opinion, I think it depends on yourself. You have to choose the way that suits you, because everyone have his own brain. So maybe I understand a way someone can't understand this way. So I have to discover myself what is the way it suits me.
Yes,
I
I completely agree. But I think we should all share what we think is the best for us personally, because maybe someone else will find it better than their way. So I want you to tell me
Okay.
what's the best way for you, Sarah.
Okay. I have attended an English course at New Horizon, and I've taken a course for maybe 8 months. Of course, I have learned a lot of things about English, and but I feel to be more confident. It helps you to speak English well, and of course, you have to make yourself. You have to surround yourself by anything. Try help you to learn English. Like you have to listen music, you have to watch movie, and you have to use anything help you to improve yourself. Maybe for 1 minute I can watch a video on YouTube, learn me a sentence or a word that helps me. That's it.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sarah. We move on to Samah.
Okay, I think for myself to involve with others and try to speak, even if you made a lot of mistakes.
Mhm.
And also watching movies and series, listening to music. This all helped me a lot.
Okay. So you think that you need to be around people who speak in English and also listen to a lot of shows in English, right?
Yes, especially native speakers.
Great. This is a great way. Salma.
I totally agree with Samah. I think also that we have to speak a lot and practice the language so we can be fluent.
Okay. Muhammad.
For me, I think the best way is to have a shorter preparation, like for the theoretical, let's say, part of the language, just for the starting from the internet or by going to a center to take the course with other people. Then to practice as much as you can by always trying to make friends from the native speakers, trying to watch movies, listen to radio stations, and the more you practice, the more you will learn the language faster.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad. Let's go to Manar.
I think practicing after learning. That's it.
I agree with Muhammad. You need to learn the basics first and then start practicing.
Yeah.
Okay, Amira.
I think the important thing is to practice what we learn. So many people have a lot of vocabulary and know the grammar and a lot as a material, not a language. But when we practice, we forget everything, and we feel afraid to speak in public in another language. So practice make it easier to us to develop more in the language.
Okay, so you also agree with having to practice. Need to practice.
Yes.
Okay. Maram, you dropped out for a second and came back. Hello, Maram again. Can you tell us what's the best way you think is better for you to learn English? Maram. Can you hear me, Maram? I think she has problems.
Sorry, but the connection is really bad on my side.
No,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Yes,
We're happy that you're back. Can you hear us now? Dropped again. Okay, Rio.
Okay, basically how I started learning English was through movies on television and music mainly, and then I moved on to video games because they were more interactive, you know. So over time the language just
Go ahead, Rio.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, that you kept on going from like one media to another to keep consuming English.
Yes, that's basically it. And of course, I didn't feel it as it happened. Like it was like a kid hearing words that didn't understand them. But slowly but surely, it just developed in my head. So like that's how it went. Took years, but it went good.
Thank you, Rio. Maram.
Yes, I can hear you now. Sorry, but the connection is really bad.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay. The question was about the best way to learn a language.
For you.
I think the best way to learn a language is to practice it and speak it with other people. I think we can speak properly even if we know in not so much words or grammar rules, but we can by practicing. I think it will develop for us more confidence and more encourage for us to speak And actually, I had a really good advice from an instructor I have watched yesterday. He said that the best way to learn a language is to teach it. I think we can choose someone in our family or in our friends that has a lower level in English or in any language, and start teaching him what we know, any grammar rules, any words, or correct pronunciation of any word. I think that's maybe a really good way to understand the language you're studying right now. Yeah.
This is great. This is the first time I hear this. Maybe it'll work. I really don't know. But this is a great tip. Thank you so much, Maram.
Yeah, nice idea. Very nice idea.
Yeah, you can all try it, I think. So this question is going to be like the opposite of it. Some of us we're trying to learn languages and then stop. What do you think is the most important reason that made you stop learning language? Let's start with you again, Maram.
I think it's because you are starting to see no results. You are not improving. You're trying and not improving in the language, or you are studying but you can't speak, and you know words, you know grammar, but you can't speak. You don't have the courage to speak, or you don't have the people around you to encourage you to speak. I think this can make you bored at what are you doing right now and start quitting. Yeah,
so you think it's boredom? You'll get bored of it. Maram dropped again. I'm going to write the word boredom, which means that you get bored of something. It's in the chat now. Okay, let's move to Muhammad until Maram is back. Muhammad, what do you think would make you stop learning language?
I think if I would stop learning language if I lost the goal. If I have a goal from the beginning behind learning this language, then I lost this goal, like for example traveling to this country, or to continue communicate with a person who speaks this language. Maybe I stop there.
Okay, the word communicate is now in the chat. Okay, Maram is back.
yes, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Welcome back. We're going to move on to who's next in the Manar. Manar, what would make you stop learning a language? Manar, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Manar.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I have the same opinion of Maram.
That you can get bored.
Yeah.
Did you ever get bored of a language?
No, but I don't know where you have feeling that you doesn't have any developing, makes you boring.
Okay, that's correct. Let's move on to who's next. Sarah.
When I finished the course, I can't find anyone surround me to practice English with him. And when I read an article or something on the internet, I find lots of words I don't know it. So I feel like I'm not good at English. I will give up. But at the same time, I don't like to give up. So I try as much as I can to learn new words and to read articles through the internet, or find any way to practice English with anyone. But now I feel like I'm confused with the grammar. How can I use it? I'm confused with the idioms. There is lots of idioms. What should I know? What should I study with? There's more things I can choose with the best way. I have to choose it, or I have to use it in this language.
Okay, so what will make you stop, even though you don't like to stop, is probably that you don't practice enough, or you find a lot of stuff that you don't know yet.
Yes, I find lots of stuff I don't know it, and I don't know the way or the best way to know it.
Okay.
Or when I know it, I don't use it when I speak. Like I read lots of idioms, but when I speak, I don't use it, so I forget it.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. I'm sorry, I've been sending the words to Manar privately. I didn't notice that I'm doing this. So now the word boredom and the word communicate are in the chat for everyone. I'm sorry. Okay, let's move on to Samah. Samah, what would make you stop learning a language?
I think that when I don't have a certain strategy, I got lost and I feel bored and lazy to complete. So recently I stick to a plan, and I find it more easier for me when I stick to a plan.
This is a great advice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Salma.
So I don't know what exactly would make me stop learning German, but for example German, because I'm in the intermediate level and sometimes I get just demotivated, and I feel like I don't want to learn. And the biggest turn off that makes me don't want to start learning again is that I feel like I have to start all over again. For example, if you start learning a new language and you reach a certain level that is intermediate, and then you stop, you have a break, just not learning the same language, and then you're trying to start all over again, you feel like you're overwhelmed. Overwhelming. Yeah.
Okay. Salma used two words, demotivated and overwhelmed. Does anybody know what these words mean? If you know, raise your hand, please. Okay, you have a lot of people knowing what it means. Great. So let's choose someone. Amira, can you please tell me what demotivated means?
I think when we don't have clear goal of learning any language, like when I was younger, I used to learn Japanese to certain scholarship. But when I lost interest in this scholarship, I stopped learning Japanese. So it was related to the goal. I feel bored of learning it in the same time, losing my interest in scholarship. And second thing, I think when we don't have certain habit of learning language, like we don't have certain time to learn something or do anything, we lost these goals. Like another goals takes its place, so we don't have time to complete.
I agree. This is totally right. Okay, Samah, do you know what the word demotivated means?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us what it means?
Okay. Like you have the ability, or you like doing something, and this is the opposite. It's like D is the opposite of motivated, and the opposite is demotivated.
Yes.
I think.
Right. Yeah. So the original word is motivated.
Yes.
Or motivation. When you have the feeling that you want to do something.
Yes.
متحفز or تحفيز. You have something you will. So when you feel demotivated, is that you do not have this feeling. You feel the opposite. I really don't want to do this anymore. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, overwhelmed. Does anybody know what
Like more than happy, I think. Or
no.
مش عارف.
Does anybody know what the word overwhelmed means? You have Rehab or Rehab. Rahab is still
We
connected.
write it or we talk, right?
Yeah, if
I
you,
don't know
Amira, if you know what the word overwhelmed means, please tell us.
Yes, to feel happy and extreme happy from doing something.
That's a little bit correct. Sarah, do you know what it means?
I think when you feel that lots of things person you or you feel like it's a heavy thing you bear, you know?
Yes, exactly. This is exactly what it means. Overwhelmed could mean a positive thing, negative things. It means that you have a lot of feelings. You are feeling something very great, so you are overwhelmed with this feeling. Either it's a happy feeling or a negative feeling. Thank you so much, Sarah. So we have Rahab. She's new. Hello, Rahab. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Hello. We can hear you, Rahab.
Hello? Yes, I
Hello.
hear. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Just try to raise your voice, please.
Okay.
Okay. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Rahab. I'm 20 years old. I'm a third year Faculty of Commerce English section.
Great.
Yes, this is the first time. So I want to grade everyone here. Sorry, I'm a little
Okay.
bit nervous.
No, it's okay. We're all friends here. Welcome, Rahab.
Yeah, okay.
Rahab, we're discussing today languages and learning languages. We went over what language we're trying to learn, how do we learn these languages, and what would make us stop learning language. So I would go for the last question with you. What would make you stop learning any language?
Sorry, I can hear you say again.
What would make you stop learning a language?
Okay. First of all, I love English.
Okay. What would make you stop
So-
learning English?
The last time, this year,
I'm sorry, I can't.
I take a course. I take course last
Okay.
year.
Mhm.
I take a certificate
Mhm.
from Cambridge.
Great.
But my graded was B2, so B.
Mhm.
That's it, Kenya. But I didn't like the course very much, so I searched for another course. So when I found the English club, I joined it.
Okay.
That's
Thank
it.
you so much. Welcome, Rahab.
Welcome.
Okay, the point that Rahab said is going to take me to a point that can be like a big discussion. So first of all, I want to like limits there. We are not going to make any insults, okay? We're not going to say anything bad about anyone. We try to make it general, please. Okay, the question is as follows. Okay, during school, all of us learned English, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Did anybody learn English during school?
We all did, I guess.
Okay, we all did. Okay. Okay, there's a question. How did you learn English in school? And did it help you or not? Maybe about like elementary school, secondary school, any like during your schooling years before college. How did you learn English? What was the way they taught you English in school? And did it help you or not? Let's start with Amira.
I think the many vocabulary I learned, the grammar, and I think mainly vocabulary words. And I know words, but I don't know how to practice it and to use it when I talk. But in school, when I was younger, it was the main thing.
Okay, so during school you learned vocabulary and grammar.
Yes.
So the school helped you with English.
Yes, a lot.
Yes, great, thank you. We're going to move to, Manar.
Okay,
You're still in
I
school.
think it helped me,
Okay.
but at the high school.
Again?
All my school helped me, but not the high school.
So you think you didn't learn a lot of English during high school?
What? I can't
You
hear
didn't learn a lot of English during high school?
No.
Okay, so actually school helped you with English. This is great. We'll move on to, Muhammad.
I agree with Amira. I still remember many vocabularies that I have learned or I have memorized during the primary school and the prep school. And I still remember a teacher in our first year of, in the prep school. He was like saying the sentence and we are repeating after him. And it was like, a bookseller is a person who sells books. A butcher is a person who sells meat. It's like this. So
Yeah.
I still remember the words, or we can say many words from the school.
Okay, great. A lot of people have very positive memories with school. Let's go with Rahab.
Well, in primary school,
Yeah, did you learn English in school?
yes, of course.
How did they teach it to you?
I say when I was in the primary school, my teacher wasn't good enough.
Okay.
But because I was interested in English, I was buying books, not the school books, but the books outside the school.
Yeah.
And I found the vocabulary that is related to the lesson that we would take. And then I did with my teacher. This is in primary school. Then in high school, my teacher was giving me just the vocab and research it to the terminology,
No, explain this again, please.
Okay, in high school, my teacher was giving me just the vocab, and we searched about the meaning. And the next class, we discussed it with each other.
Okay, this is great. Actually, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's it. Helped me a lot.
Okay, great. Let's go with Samah.
Okay. Actually, I had the best teacher ever, Sir Sammy. He made everything way easier for us. He tried a lot of methods, like he like movies. We are watching movies, and we had to catch the new words and vocabs in the class, and he correct for us. And also he reads a novel for us, and we discuss it together. Actually, he was the best teacher ever.
Okay.
And yes.
Great, thank you, Samah.
You're
Salma.
welcome.
So I don't remember exactly how they teach us English at school, but I remember that in secondary school we had a discussion about a novel. Its name was A Doll's House, and this novel actually impacted my life. Impacted my opinions in general. So I guess we've never actually repeated words after the teacher, but I remember some words that the teacher said, and she translated in Arabic or in English. I remember reading texts out loud, stuff like that. I don't know what's the technique of teaching.
Okay, great. You still remember, you have fond memories of your time at school. This is great. Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah.
I have graduated from college 5 years ago.
Okay.
7 years ago.
Okay.
I graduated from college 7 years ago, and after I finished my college, I didn't attend to any course, and I didn't know that I have to learn English to find a good work, or to find any chance in anything. And after that, 2 years ago, I attended to English course that helps me to learn English in the right way. But all things that I have learned from college or from school, I forget it because I learned it in the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Okay, this is very interesting. So, because let's go with Rio. I think Rio has something to say. Rio, please tell us about your experience with English at school.
Okay, basically the teacher or teachers would tell us words, like write them on the board, and we were supposed to write them down. They would translate the words, and our homework would be to write these words repeatedly, like 20 times in a column or something. And then the next week or the next class, we would write them from memory. And that actually did not help at all.
Okay, thank you, Rio. Hagar?
Yes.
Hello, Hagar, you're always late. How are you doing?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was in a meeting for college.
No, great. Thank you for joining us. We were asking about learning languages, so we went to the point of how did you learn English in school? Did it help or not?
Yeah, it was like 5 years ago or maybe 6. It's been a long time. I don't have so much memories about school, but I remember that once there was a teacher in primary school, I guess. He was always like encouraging us to look up for new words. Like he will tell us a word, and we are asked to look up for synonyms or anything like that. And in the next day, he would give us like awards or money for the one who like give the correct answer or so. I also remember writing a story or something like that, and the next day read it out loud in front of the class. I loved doing that.
Okay, great.
And I love also the listening part. You know, the teacher would bring a stereo or something like that, and we are listening to a paragraph, and then we will answer the questions.
Okay.
That's it.
So did this way of learning help you with English?
Yeah, I think the thing that helped me a lot, which is reading out loud in front of a class, it kind of improved my pronunciation and my presentation skills and all those stuff. So it was cool.
Okay. Thank you, Hagar. We have Sally joining. Hello, Sally.
Yeah, hi everyone. Sorry for being late.
Hi, Sally.
We were discussing languages and learning languages, and we went to the point of how did we learn English in school. So can you tell us how did you learn English in school?
The basic stuff, like they give us some words and we just memorize it, have the test. But actually what improved my English was practicing it with my sister. Yeah, like when I was young, I used to just talk about anything, like any topic in English. I think that improved my speech, like improved my English. And listening to songs, watching movies without the sub underneath. Like I think my English improved by practicing it outside the school. Like I don't think the school helped that much.
Oh, didn't help that much, or didn't help at all?
Yeah, that much. It did help, but
Okay.
you can't just count on your school to improve your English. You have to practice it outside.
Okay, thank you, Sally. So this is very interesting to me because in the session we had before this from 7 p.m., nobody, zero people think that they had anything from school. Everybody, the school teachers, everybody had the school, the English classes, and now we find like the most people actually really gain a lot from it. This is very interesting to me. It's very.
Of course, we learned the basics from school.
Nobody from the last session said that they learned anything useful from school.
The alphabet. Even the alphabet.
The school type.
The best thing I had was like they told me that they learned what they needed for the test and then forgot everything after the test. Didn't really help them at all after that. But now I'm surprised. A lot of people here really like their English teachers. Actually, they're like the best teacher ever. This is great for me.
I have a thing to say, Peter.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's kind of depend on the person himself. If he likes the subject, he would be interested and exert some effort. Of course, there is some role for the teacher and the strategy of teaching and all this stuff. But if the person is interested in something, he will have like passion and will make some effort to learn. I mean, that's why we're here. That's why we're talking, because we want to improve our English. So we joined the English club and start doing that.
Yeah, but if you really don't even like, you're starting still. Like, this is my opinion. I'm not saying anything to anyone, but you're still in elementary school. You don't know anything about it. You're just still starting. A lot of subjects. You have math, Arabic, English, social sciences, science, and you still don't know which one is your favorite. So it's going to depend mostly on how you are being taught this subject at school. You still don't know about anything. Still, you're a child, so it doesn't depend on you at this stage. I think, my opinion. I don't know anything about raising children. So,
yeah, of course, it's like mainly dependent on the teacher and the teaching strategy.
Yeah, especially at school, I think so. It's how you be. So I'm very happy that people here actually remember their teachers doing stuff with them, like practice English better. This is really great, even if it's just like them repeating words. And someone here said, I don't know who said it, that there was, I think Hagar, that you were having like competitions or like, I think you're going to get like a reward for it, because we had that at school too, which made me like the only teacher that was the English teacher. I really liked her for it.
Can you please repeat?
I had the same thing at school. I had the same thing at school.
Yeah, you had the same thing. Yeah.
Especially in the English class, we had a lot of competitions going on. We had a lot of prizes, and we had money too. And like I didn't want the money. All I wanted was she used to make like a pencil case. Do you know what it is?
What? I can't hear. Pencil case. Yeah.
It's like a bag full of like school supply, like pens, rulers. Pencil.
I have them also. I have so many of them.
The best present she would give is like a whole pencil case full of stuff herself. It was amazing. I always wanted that.
It's so precious present or gift.
I still have the pencil sharpener from that time. Okay. My last question is going to be a very important question, and it really helps with learning the language. Who here thinks in English? If it being like all the time or just some of the time? I'm going to start just randomly. Let's start with Sarah.
Sometimes I think in English, but the most time I think in Arabic, then translate. But I try as much as I can to think in English. But because I speak Arabic all the time, it makes me think in Arabic. But I know the best way to speak English is you have to think in English. But I can't do it. I try, but I can't.
Yeah, I think that you need to try because it's going to it takes time. Like you need time to practice it. It's like anything else. You need to practice. So practice it and tell us if it helps or not. Because maybe I would help you. Because everybody's different.
Okay, maybe I don't practice because I can't find anyone to practice with him. At the first time when I attend to the course, I was speaking with my sisters in English, and I make a deal with them to speak English with them, and that makes me to improve my English. But after I finished the course, I don't speak. I feel like, I feel bored, or maybe I'm lazy to speak, so I speak in Arabic.
Okay, we have the English club now. Try to think in English with us. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah. Let's go to Rehab.
Yes.
Rehab, do you find yourself thinking in English at times?
Not a lot.
Okay, do you think it could help in English?
I think it's really important to think in English to improve the accent and the vocabulary, because if you want to find the word in English and you can find it, you think in Arabic, and then you search for the word and you will learn a new vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
But like Sarah said, we don't have friends that speak English a lot. We can't practice with them. That's not help us really.
Okay, this is not a problem. Now we have the English club. Please come and practice with us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rahab. Amira.
Sometimes I think in English, but when I really talk, it makes me feel like there's a big difference between thinking and really talk. It's like a disaster. So I don't think it's very helpful to think in English, but I don't know. A lot of people talk about that's improving your language and improving the way you talk, but I don't think so.
Okay. Again, it does the same thing. Doesn't have to work for everybody. Some people have different ways to learn English, and that's completely okay. I just want you to try it. Maybe it'll work. Just try it, Amira. Okay.
Okay, I will. Thanks.
Let's go. You're welcome. Let's go to Muhammad.
Sometimes, yes, I think in English, and actually it depends on the person whom I'm talking with, or the group whom I'm talking with. And if I think, yes, it helps a lot to learn more English, or to learn faster. If you think in English, it's like you double the time you practice English.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost the same as you speak. So yes, I'm trying to think more in English.
Okay, this is a great way to express it. That if you speak in English and then you think in English when you're in private, it's like you're practicing double the time. This is a great way to put it. Thank you, Muhammad. Let's go to Samah.
I think I have been trying very hard to think in English. I think the best way I had is to learn English by English.
Mm-hmm.
As it helped me a lot, like to express the English by English. يعني زمان كنت مثلا مثلا play كنت بحفظها مثلا يلعب. Okay. Now I express like play, and I say the meaning also in English.
Okay.
So that I know a lot of details like in English when I use this method.
Okay. Do you know something that will help you in this method?
I can get it. Sorry.
What is the way you use to practice this? Like to learn English by English. To learn English in English.
Okay. I
There
first I pick the topics I like the most,
Mhm.
and I go for YouTube. Okay,
Okay.
like I like fashion or makeup, and I watch vlogs like for girls or like people talk in vlogs or in videos, like everyday talk.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see how they think and how they talk, and it's helped me a lot to express my feeling or my and what I want to say, also in English.
This is a great way. I also think you should check what I just put on the chat. In the chat, it's English dictionary. It's a dictionary, that normal dictionary, but it doesn't explain the words, like doesn't translate the word into Arabic or in other language. It explains the word in English.
Yes.
It's a great way to learn English by using English. If you can get like a real dictionary, like with pages, or you can get one online, it's an English. This is a great way to learn English by using English. Thank you so much.
Yes, I had one. Thank you.
Great. Manar. Manar, are you here? Okay, Salma has something to say.
Yeah, I wanted to say that sometimes when you translate something in the English to English dictionary, you don't understand the meaning. But you can use Google Translate, no, not Google Translate, Google Images, and see the picture of the word you're Googling.
Okay, this is a great way to do it too. Thank you, Salma. That's a really good way to find words that and it's fun. Just you're reading also. You're looking at pictures, and pictures are a great way to learn anything, not just like anything. Thank you so much, Salma. Manor.
Okay, I don't think that what I do is practicing English. I just watching films.
Okay. Okay. My question was, do you think in English?
No.
Okay. Do you think it will help you to think in English?
Sometimes, yeah, you know.
Anwar?
Yeah.
I didn't catch your answer. I'm sorry.
I think with English sometimes, but not always.
Okay. Do you think that thinking in English will help you learn English?
Yeah, so much.
Okay. Then please, I encourage you to come and practice with us and try to think in English with us. I'm going to put the word encourage in the chat. Let's go.
Okay.
Dalia, are you here? Sally, unmute yourself if you're here. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Do you find yourself thinking in English?
Yeah, all the time.
Did it help you learn? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it does help a lot. Like I started when like in middle school or something, and it helped better. So when I want to say something in English, I don't have like to think anything Arabic then translate it. So I can speak English like fluent, like just speak English without like thinking. So I think it helps a lot. That's it.
Thank you, Sally. Okay, let's go to Rio.
Hello.
Hello. Rio, do you think in English?
Yes. But I guess if you don't mind me asking, do you mean like in everyday life, or like when talking, or when alone, or just?
Tell us about your experience. Tell us, what do you do?
Well, I'm personally, I think in English like most of the time, like 99% of the time, except when I'm talking with my family, because they're the only people who I know that don't speak English. But other than that, all of my friends, or at least most of them, like will understand what I'm saying. So I generally speak and talk in English. So and also when I'm alone, like, because when I'm alone, I'm doing things like my work as a freelancer. It requires me to speak in English, and so I also think in the way that I speak.
Okay, thank you, Rio. Rahab, I'm sorry that I asked you. I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hagar.
Yeah, hello. Can
Hello,
you hear me?
Hagar. Yes. Do you find yourself thinking in English?
Yeah, actually, most of the times, especially when I'm in a busy day, like starting at college, where we have lectures in English and we are thinking in English, and then if I'm not chatting with a friend or having a meeting in the English club where we talk in English, I think in my way home, if anyone asks me anything, I kind of respond unconsciously in English.
Okay.
And it happened with me a lot of times, and I was embarrassed somehow, Yani, because there was the lay people somehow who cannot understand what I say, so I find myself feeling guilty somehow. But I guess it's kind of dependent on the atmosphere you build around yourself. Even if you cannot speak English very well, but you surround yourself with atmosphere full of English, you found yourself unconsciously thinking in English. If you like Muhammad say, he had a friend, he would talk with him in English, or like a girl of I don't remember her name. She said she watched YouTube vlogs in English. If you have all those elements, you'll find yourself somehow thinking in English, and it would help you because it will make you eager to know more vocabs. Because if you struggle to know a meaning for some word, you know it only in Arabic, so you will search for it. So it will encourage you to learn more in English.
Okay.
That's it.
I completely agree with you, Hagar. Okay, I want to go to my last question, and this is going to be something just for you, for everyone personally. Why? This is the why question. This is a very important question because it has to do with what you discussed before, the motivation. Why are you learning English or in other language? Let's start with English. Why are you learning English? Why are you practicing English? I'll go with you, Hagar. Why are you practicing English?
Yes. Well, for me, I've been raised in a home which love languages, especially English. Like my father was talking in English at home, so I kind of taught to love English. And when like I mentioned before, when I go to school, I loved that class. Even if the teacher is boring, I also enjoyed the class because I love this subject. I also love French, and I think languages are attractive somehow. Even if you have a proper accent or something like that, like Indian people, they have a very poor accent, though they kind of attractive in the way they spell. So as for me, I like languages at all, for all languages.
Okay, this is great.
I enjoy doing it.
Okay, thank you, Hagar. Let's go with Sarah. Sarah, why are you learning English?
Because I think everything nowadays around me, you have to know English to know it or to improve yourself in this industry. Like I love marketing industry, social media, and SEO specialist and all of this stuff. I feel like if I know English well, I will be special in this industry, and I will improve myself more than if I know just Arabic. And I feel like everything to find a chance or a special chance, you have to speak English well.
Okay, so you're doing it for your career?
Yes, your career and my life, and for my kids, for everything.
Okay, this is a great motivation. Thank you so much, Sarah. Rahab. Why are you learning English?
Personal career needs the English a lot because
Mhm.
if you want to go to interview, the first thing they ask you, are you talking English? Sure. And the exam they give you half of it in English and half in Arabic.
Mhm.
Also, some movies in MBC2 and the English channels sometimes show movies without translation, and this make me annoying.
Okay.
Okay, that gave me really motivation to learn English and songs too. I really
Okay.
wanted to know what's the meaning of what they are saying. You know,
Mhm.
that's
Okay.
like
So you're doing it both for your career and for your pleasure. This is great.
yeah.
Ah,
Sorry. Okay. Basically, I love it.
mhm.
I love English, and I also need it in my life to continue my studies and to keep up with the times.
Okay, so you want to be up to date with everything in the world, and you also love the language.
Yes.
Great, thank you, Samah. Let's go with Manar.
Okay, it's an international language, and I'm going to impossible to find a good job without speaking English.
Okay, so also you like the language and you want to find a good job.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Amira.
Okay, I love speaking English and studying it as a subject and a language. I love how natives speak and react in English in movies and series. I'm willing to have a certificate like IELTS or TOEFL to scholarship and working. English now is a way of communication even in non-native speakers like in Egypt. It's a second language, but in some places it's the first language. So we have to learn and learn how to speak English fluently.
That's an amazing point. Thank you so much. Muhammad.
I agree with all of you guys, especially Sarah. It's for widen your knowledge for your family, for your career, for your life, for your culture, for everything.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad. Let's go to Salma.
I guess for communicating, because when you speak Arabic, you're just targeting Arabs, but when you talk in English, you're targeting the whole world. And because I wanted to travel, and yeah, English is a global language.
Okay, because that's correct. Thank you, Salma. Sally. Sally?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, why are you learning English?
Because when I was like a little, like since I was born, they just used to sing songs and try to make me sing with it. So I grew up loving Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, and these people. So that's what makes me want to learn English when I was young. So I just grew up on it, and now I can speak like English. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Sally. Rio.
Hi again.
Why are you learning English?
Why am I learning English, or why did I learn English?
Like, why do you want to why are you doing this? You're practicing English. Why are you still doing it?
Why I'm still doing it? Well, for one, because it's fun. Just to to realize this potential, it's a completely different method, accent, complete different sounds from the language we're used to, which is Arabic. It's like just to realize this potential that you can do both. That's for one thing. And for another, there's the fact that I get to hang out with friends, and like the very activities we do in the English club are like very entertaining. It's a nice form of bonding, like for the friendship's sake. For another, because I need to keep the language fresh fresh in my mouth, because if I don't do it here, or if I do it less, it's gonna rust and I'm going to forget it. Unfortunately, I've seen people forgetting the language even though they've learned it very well, but from the lack of practice, it's like they never learned it, and I don't want that to happen to me. So to keep it fresh.
Okay, thank you, Rio. Okay, so this was the last question I wanted to ask you. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas. Thank you so much for sharing your passion for the language. I'd like to thank each one of you for continuing to practice English. If I have anything, I'm going to give each of you time to if you have anything to say, but I want to tell you that if you are learning English because or any other language, because it's just a study to you, try to think of it as an experience, not just something you are studying. That's what we try to do here in the English club. We become friends over the language, we come to talk over the language. So try to think of it as an experience for you. It's like a game. It's like you're coming to a social club. Use English to build your own platform and come to our platform to share your ideas. We really like having you every week. It's really amazing to listen to each of you say their ideas. So again, if you think English is just a subject to study, try to think of it as an experience for your life. Thank you so much. And does anyone want to say anything?
Thank you for this informative session.
Thank you, Salma. Do you have any question, anybody? No questions? Okay, so I'll have my final notes. First up, because there's a lot of people here, I'm opening a file so I can take everyone's answer. We want to have your feedback. Last week there was Eid, so the team wasn't really free to have your feedback one by one. We only took the ones who wanted to have the feedback on form. But this week we're going to do both. So we want to have your feedback on this session. Like, what do you think? Was it good? Was it bad? What did it need to improve? What did you think about the instructors? So I'm going to start with Manar. Do you want to have your feedback, to give us your feedback written in a form? We can give you a form to write your feedback, or do you want to have a call one-on-one on Zoom?
I think it was good.
No, Manar, don't tell me your feedback now. I want you to tell me if you want to have your feedback. You want to give us your feedback in a form, like we're going to give you like an application form to fill, or you want to have a one-on-one Zoom call with someone to give them your feedback. You understand me? Do you want me to repeat again? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
You can send me the form?
In a form, okay. Ab,
Yes.
do you want to have a Zoom call for the feedback or on a form?
Form to be better.
Okay. Nasreen. There's no Nasreen. I'm sorry. No, Maram isn't here. Sarah.
It's okay. By one.
Okay.
Sorry.
One-on-one call.
One by one. Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's go with Amira.
Form.
Okay.
You hear me?
Ahmed. Yeah, I did. Thank you, Amira. It's for
You're welcome.
Ahmed.
Zoom call, Peter, and I would like to have your feedback as well.
Yeah, I was going to mention this next, but no, the point after that. this session is being recorded because we want you to listen to it again. So after every session, we release like 3 versions of it. A 5-minute version, like a small version of it goes on Facebook. It's a video on Facebook. There's a 10-minute version of it on YouTube, and there's the full version of it, an hour and a half on YouTube too. And we post all these links on Facebook. So if you want to go back to the session and listen to it again, please do so and try to see what you wanted to say differently, what's something you wanted to remember from the session. They're always there for you to listen to again. Okay? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. So we'll try to send to upload them to YouTube today and send you the links tomorrow. That's 1. 2, we want to give you our feedback on your performance in the session. Like, what do you think you could work on? What did you do good? What you didn't do that good? So if you want that, please tell me. So we can send you our feedback as you're going to give us your feedback. Let's start again with Manar.
I agree, that's great.
Okay.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Sarah?
Yes, great.
Okay. Amira?
Yes, please. And if there's a links or channels to improve certain areas of our speaking, it will be very helpful.
Okay. Muhammad? You wanted that. You already asked for it. I think I'm forgetting someone. Samah.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I didn't ask you any questions. Samah.
No.
Okay, Samah, I'm sorry. Do you want to have your feedback be taken by form or call?
I don't mind both of them. It's okay.
Okay, so I'm going to contact you for a call. Okay. Do you want us to give us our feedback?
Yes.
Okay. This will be great. Okay, I have all the information I need now. Okay. Thank you so much for attending today. We have our sessions, our podcasts every week on Friday from 7 to 8:30 and from 8:30 to 10. If you want to change the time you attend the session, please tell us on the page or from the person who contacts you on WhatsApp that I want to attend the other session, not 8:30. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for attending today. I really enjoyed my time with you. Thank you so much and goodbye. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.